Alright guys, so I tried recording this from the start, for some reason it didn't work, but basically I'm making this car based around this one kind of loosely. I'm not gonna go, I don't care if it's exact, I don't think that my client will either. We're pretty good friends, but anyway, I'm basically doing this. What I've done so far is lay out the main logo. I just like to do that first. Um, Picked a color that I like, based on what we talked about, and laid down these black lines to start. They're not perfect, but this is how they look in game. Pretty good. Maybe right here needs to come this way a little bit, just to line up there a little bit better. But anyway, I'm gonna be on and off the mic, just kind of explaining as I do things. So what I'm gonna do is move this black over, and then move this yellow from the front and have it, look like it's connected the way that this orange looks like it connects through, and then also on this side, and start laying down logos and stuff more than likely. See how it looks in game first, but I'll be back in a second. Alright, so see that looks pretty good. In case anybody's wondering how I'm saving so fast, I have a action set up over here in Photoshop. You see I have a couple of them based on what I was working on. I don't even remember what this one's for, but this is for the Camaro. I just press F4 and it saves it really quick into the destination. So there you go. Now I'm start working on adding these yellow lines. So I know there's a few painters who would do this a little bit different. This is how I do it. I'd say about 90% of the time. It's just a little bit faster. See over here I messed up. I just gotta go and delete that really quick. But instead of just redrawing this shape and trying to get it to a thickness I want, I always just copy it. Just copy the layer, put it underneath in the order, and then just kind of move it around. extend it. Just play with it a little bit till I get it where I want it. Now I'm going to do the back side of it pretty much the same way. It's going to be the exact same way, actually. So just knock that out really quick. Yeah, all I was doing right there, I just noticed that the yellow, from where I moved it around, it like creeped out, so I was just kind of moving it up under the black. So I'm just gonna duplicate this layer again. Doesn't really matter where you put it over here. Make it yellow. Now I'm just gonna kind of move it back so I get it to a thickness that I like. It's a little bit thicker on the back. Yeah, and see it kind of goes away down here. Looks like the black might too. Yeah, it does. A little bit. So what I'll do for that is just control click on this point and just kind of curve it to where I think it should go. Then just do the same thing with this one and control click on the point and doesn't go very low. I kind of messed that up, but so now I'll have to completely change this one for sure. Actually, what I'll do is I'll probably just go into my histories and just start over. Or actually, I kind of like it like this. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to make it perfect. Like I said, I don't think my client will care all that much. So that's pretty good. Turn off the wireframe. Check it out now, erasing really quick. Looks pretty good. See, on the car it kind of goes up to the back window, so I guess I'll make it on here too. So let's work on that.
Everything changes.
So that's pretty good. I don't think he'll notice, or anyone really, especially in game, will notice that little imperfection. So basically, this is what I have on the passenger or right side of the car. I would say it's about done. Turn on the metallics. Let's just see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. That's might look a little bit better to make these to make the fins. Just make them black. Try it now. Yeah, see, that's a lot better. So looks pretty good. Next thing I'm gonna do is work on putting it on the other side, and then work on getting down here the right color. So here we go. Yeah, for this part, it's kind of up to the person, but you know, I could duplicate the yellows to over here. But what I'm gonna do is just put the yellow over here myself. That just seems easier, a little less time consuming. So it's just letting you know why I went that route. Alright, so again, guys, there may be a few small things. Like I noticed that right there. Maybe these lines aren't exactly equal on each side. I mean, it's hard to make it exactly equal, at least for me it is. So, I think I need to take a little bit of yellow off right here, fix that little spot, and I think it'll be pretty good. Then I'm going to work on the nose, so let's get it finished up. Alright guys, you see I did the splitter and this piece right here didn't change at all. It's actually a different piece on the template. It's this piece right here, so just thought I'd point that out. Oh, left my mic on, but yeah, there you go. So it looks like there's more down there. I don't think you can change that. I think that's actually gonna end up being the license strip anyway. Not 100% sure. What I'm talking about is like right here. I think that's a license strip though. It's just colored in the template, so we'll see. Alright, so don't think you can actually color the wing on this car, or the whatever it is, the spoiler. So I'm just gonna move on to the next thing, which is gonna be to start putting logos. I'm just gonna take the text off of this logo. I've already got it. Came on a white background. I just took the background out, so I'm just gonna take the SOZO children's choir out and put it on the side, but leave the little kids out of it this time. So let's see if we can get it sized up pretty good. Alright guys, so I'm not liking that all that much. I think the size is it's just weird because it's on the side of the car. So what I'm actually gonna do is not even take the not even gonna use the children's choir part. I'm just gonna take just the SOZO part and see how that looks. The main thing is you don't want to stretch it too much. You don't want to, do anything crazy with it. You want to try to stay like in. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I tilted it down here about 1 degree. Just kind of flows with the body a little bit better, I think. That's totally preference. And then I'm gonna try to add a stroke to it again. Pretty basic changes. What size stroke does this one have? I forgot. Oh, and it's a 3. Maybe it'll look better with the 3. We'll see. Yeah, I think it looks better. Not great yet. Let's make it a little bit skinnier and a little bit wider. Let's just try it like that. Check it out. Yeah, to me it looks way better like that. And then I think I may do like the children and the instruments right down here. Just because I don't even know how many different type of sponsors he wants on this car. So that's probably what I'll do. Just check and see if he likes it like that. So kind of walk you through this. It's not really confusing, but grabbing the polygonal lasso tool. You could probably use the regular lasso tool. I've never tried, but just gonna click around them. Make sure I get them all. You could take, that one might not be. You could take, each character out if you wanted to, one at a time, and just move them wherever. Turn this back on. So obviously they need to be sized down. See, they kind of fit right here pretty good. Angle it down right here. I like to try to angle this bottom line just to match this angle on the car here. Looks pretty good. Just gonna copy layer style. It's just a little bit faster way of doing it. Turn off the wire. Just check this out. So yeah, I like it like that. I think you would like it too. I don't know. I think you'll like it. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It's not great. It's not super creative, but I think it's more about the calls with this paint. This is not really sure what kind of organization specifically it is, but I know it's some sort of a organization that went to my friend's church, and that's why he wants to run it, which is super cool on him. So I'm gonna pull this 41B pillar over here to SOZO and show you guys how I line that up. And it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna turn on the wireframe and put it right here. So let's do that real quick. Nice. See again. This isn't dead perfect by any means, but I think it looks pretty good for just for I mean, it's honestly just there to make it look a little bit more real. Nobody's ever gonna see that. If I was making a recreation of an actual car, I might do it a little bit better. But when I zoom out to like here, for instance, you can't really tell. I mean, the Haas logo doesn't look right, but the Truck Center one looks pretty good. And the mobile one, you can't even see. So that's about all I would do with that. Not really cutting corners here, but it's just not really a problem. You know what I mean? It's just not a big deal. So, gonna work on putting the SOZO logos over here. One right here. Put something on the back. And, guess we'll see. Oh, we could do small stuff like paint and stuff after that. So, yep. Be right back, guys. Alright, so on this side you gotta make sure you, first off you don't want to get it too high, but you gotta make sure that you change the tilt back to where it's supposed to be. See, it kinda looks like a little bit too much. Let me just do it. Oops. Do like -3. Yeah, that should look pretty good on the car. It should look straight. It looks kind of. It looks sideways on here. Let's see how it looks on the car. Let me reload my cameras. It's maybe a little bit tilted. I'll bring it back up. So I did -3, so I'm just gonna do -2. What's that gonna do? Okay, that tilts it even more. So just put it on 1. There you go. Looks pretty good. Make sure it's even really quick. Yep, it is. So then I want to do the same thing with the characters here, or the little people, whatever they are. Kind of just want to line it up like I did on that side. Check how it looks on the car. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so then I'm actually going to put the entire logo back here on the trunk. Get it lined up. There we go. It's easier to just type in 180 right there and then just kind of try to move it a little bit without warping or distorting it too bad, and make sure it all lines up on the wire. The back's pretty easy to do. You're not really going to mess up the top. I mean, it's not that hard to do. You're not really going to mess that up. And then I think for right here I'll just do another little tutorial really quick, just show you how to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these characters, size them about to where I think I need them. See how they look on the car. Do a paste layer style. 4. Yeah, it's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is just to keep the size and everything intact, I'm going to come back to my picture. I'm going to select both of the words this time. Size them down. It's pretty close. I think that's perfect. Just kind of the music all done? Guess so. I don't know, I guess we'll do this. Why not? Okay, turn off the wireframe and check this out on the car. Yeah. Looks pretty good, guys. That's how you, can have a same logo just lined up a different way. I guess if that's what you want to call it. And then, actually what I could have done is had the people bigger here and put the SOZO on this side if I wanted to, but I think it looks fine that way. Want to duplicate this. I think this music has some stuff that don't want to listen to in it. Sure, this might be good, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, just rotate this around. See how it looks. In game, like always. I have to reload the camera. So the only thing that sucks about making paints is it can get pretty tedious, and that looks terrible. Yeah, see, that's what I would call terrible. In case you guys are watching this and are wondering, that's pretty bad. So let's see what we can do with that. This needs to be kind of more like this. That's pretty good. It's still not great. You would have to move those. The B car, B pillar is really annoying. I don't know why I recently made it this way, but whatever. I mean, it's such a small piece. I don't really want to move it one by one, especially if we're, a free car. Doing it for a friend of mine. But yeah, if you wanted to play with that, you could just use the lasso tool, cut out the mobile one and turn it, cut out the Haas and turn it, cut out the truck center and turn it, just any way you wanted to on both sides. So this next thing I'll do is start messing with the Goodyear and stuff. I always make my Goodyear white. I think it looks better white. Same with the Camaro or whatever the car make is. Excuse me if you guys can hear that bird. That was pretty nasty. Alright, let's make this straight. Let's make this black just to make it stick out. That looks good. There's like the layered tape. Now the problem with the layered tape is that... Oh, okay, never mind. I normally can't get it to work. I would do white tape on this. I think that it looks good. By the way, all these extras and stuff, these are Matthew, I can't say your last name, man, but you did a great job on all these metallics and stuff like that. So this is essentially what I would consider a finished paint. To make sure we get his name on here so you guys can see the files that I have and all that. This is another one of the same guy's paints, Ricky Thompson. Really good friend of mine. Helps me with a lot of stuff on iRacing, so I'm trying to make him paints for free. I make all paints for free now, but I used to charge, I guess. Something could go right there. I'm not really sure what. I don't really feel like putting all that stuff right there. Being kind of lazy tonight. Looking to see if I have any files I can just steal off of really quick. I think this is yeah. I don't even think I ever finished this. No. So I guess I didn't, guess I don't have anything that I can really steal off of, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, so I guess I don't have anything. I'll see if he wants me to put something there, but this is just the basics video. I might get into some more detail with some of this stuff. This car is not in any way what I would consider perfect. I mean, I think it's pretty good the way that it is right now, but I'll show you what the name looks like. looks pretty good with the name and everything on it. So yeah, guys, I guess I'm gonna cut it off here, and might make it a car this week sometime and put up another tutorial if some people want to see it. So thanks for watching if you watched. Alright, bye.